When we had last left the Envoy, their exploration of Dawnshore continued with them checking out more areas they hadn't been before, including looking for some cool treasure. And that led them to eventually find the intimidating feline codpiece, and as well finally completing the totem dedicated to Wodika. Now they found themselves at long last once again pursuing the lead that led them into the sewers beneath Paradise, where they would perhaps confront their killer, Ygwulf. This is Avowed. Welcome back. Let's unhide all that and be on our way, I think, right? Let's see here. Pop it with the cistern key. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick save just for ease of quick loading. Oh, shit. Okay. Some fun bugs. They're invincible.
And why would you waste time building a deadly trap?
Over there. 11.
Probably disables the blades, for all the good it does from here.
Can I not shoot them? There we go. Oh god, there's some sort of ranger lord. Was that Kai freaking the fuck out? There we go. Good thing they didn't have a gun.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Okay, so we should turn off the super axes and then get that treasure. There's some up in there. Okay, got some money and a common dagger. Okay, cool. Let's continue on. Oh, another rebel. They don't know I'm here.
Unseen, unheard.
Okay. Should I go for the one up top or down below? Up top. Okay.
Like a jungle cat.
They dead? Did I kill him? Oh my god, yeah. Okay. There's secret treasure. Great. Now here's a question. Let's test this out. Does jumping down reveal me? No. Let's go for this one.
Don't let them escape! The envoy's here.
Okay. Oof. But I had gotten that one in time. There we go.
Didn't think that one through, did he? You're still mad about that thief, but we made it back to town, even without our supplies.
Not the blessed day point. You see a threat, you stop that threat. You don't give it your rations.
You think everyone's out to get you. This is why we don't have more friends.
Here, let's blow these up from afar. There we are. Okay. There's definitely some more loot here. I can hear it shimmering and chiming. Okay. Nothing in these, I don't think, huh? Yeah. No? I didn't think I could get over here. Okay. Well, nothing much over here. Guess whatever I'm looking for, yeah, it's right here. Oh, I need to pick it. Okay. What have you got for me? Just some miscellaneous goodies. Some essence regenning tea. Common axe. Okay. Hardwood branch. Whoa, we're starting to get more higher tier mats. Okay. Some bread or hardtack. Probably worse than bread, right?
Eyes open.
Shut the fuck up. One of them's right there. You think I can slunk right up to them?
Hold it.
Nope. Okay, got you. There's another one up top. I'm going for him. Well, what the fuck is all this? Okay. Oh, they jumped down. Okay, well, thank God. Got you. Great. Whew, man, the combat is so fast and satisfying. It makes me just want to fucking fly through the levels. Right, it makes me want to play like Doom or something. Ygwulf's Log 3. This journal entry is dated several days ago. Now my sources tell me the Envoy is a godlike. This changes everything. The prophecy says a godlike will come to the living lands and death will travel in their wake. We must act now and halt destiny in its tracks, even if I must spill godlike blood. Okay. Sure. I feel like with the way in which Inquisitor Ludwig is being built up, is Ludwig a death godlike or something? Is Ludwig a godlike? I don't fucking remember. We definitely... I'm like... 60... I'm 2/3 of the way sure we encountered Ludwig in Pillars 1 or 2. I think 2. But I feel like there's a really high chance that we are being mistaken in some way for Ludwig. Who so far the game is really building up to be quite the antagonistic force. Okay. Let's get on up here. Great.
So, would you have killed that thief for taking our stuff?
Someone's up ahead.
Oh yeah, there is someone up ahead. Okay. What if I want to go over here? Should I? Can I? Don't know that I can. Here, I'm gonna quick save. Oh! My God, I did it. Holy shit.
This is one way of crossing the room, but definitely not the easiest.
Okay, wow. Amazing, there's reactivity for it. That's incredible. Okay. Well, I do want to actually go back and kill them for, you know, XP and loot. Okay. Ygwulf's Log 4. This journal entry was penned very recently. We killed the Envoy, and the gods brought them back. What does this mean? I must have some higher purpose. I'm too unworthy to grasp it. I failed. Now they're coming for me. And what can I offer them but my apologies and my neck?
No, the smell won't come off after just one bite.
Okay. Now, how do I get behind that? Oh, I see. Let's do another quick save. Alley-oop. Essence pot. Standard chest. Bunch of money and crafting reagents. This is some very fun platforming, it's gotta be said. I don't remember Outer Worlds 2 having anything like this, right? Or Outer Worlds 1. Outer Worlds 2 hasn't come out yet. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Grounded actually did have some fun platforming. Grounded did. And you know what? I would make the case that, not platforming in a traditional sense, but Pentiment did have some platforming. Right? It had a little smidge of platforming. There we go. Up here. Good. There's our target. Well, not our target, but someone we can murder for XP. Okay. So that's where we had seen before.
That thief on his way, without our blessed day supplies.
Then he would have died. How do you know?
We did. Like a shadow.
Okay. Man, we are owning them up big style. Okay. Let's pop this open. What have we got? Just a few things. We're down here. Significantly more things. Okay. Up this way. Lovely. Nope. Nothing up there. Nothing I can reach. Okay. Some stuff in there remains. A single carrot. Okay, let's just confirm that this is where we were earlier. Yep, looks like it. Okay. God, I love that there was actually a way across that room, and that the game acknowledged it. Right, that was really wild. I would not have anticipated that. Is there another way across too? Like, could you have jumped up on that? Nah, I don't think so. I think the way I did it is the only way. Right? Man, that's fucking wild. Okay.
Get ready. My money says our assassin's on the other side of that door.
Okay. Alright. Oh! Got a whole bunch of people here. Hello.
So it is true. You're alive. You're truly alive.
Spoken like an assassin who's confident in his work.
Well, how could this be? I killed you.
Look at this guy. He's a hunter main from Destiny. Look, I even know the legendary helmet or exotic helmet he's using, right? Good lord. Really helps with your golden gun damage. You're asking me? Apparently I have unfinished business. I'm asking the questions here. You owe me answers, justice, and an apology. Attack. It doesn't matter. This ends now. You're asking me? I still want to attack you? You're asking me?
Who better to ask? You're the one who saw through the usher's door beyond the veil of life. Stay your weapon, please. Hear me. Let me speak for Paradise. Then you can decide if we part as friend or as foe.
Speak then. Ooh, we get more opportunity to roleplay as a bootlicker. Okay. On my authority, you will stand trial for the murder of an Aedyran envoy. Give me one reason why I should listen to you. Attack. I'd rather end this now. On my authority, you will stand trial for the murder of an Aedyran envoy.
That may be so. But I answer to a higher authority, as do you.
There's no such
People
thing.
always answer to a higher authority, but I never hear the question.
Envoy, I killed you because the people of Paradise have suffered under the boot of Aedyr.
So? Wasn't it the Claviger's responsibility to advocate for the Paradisans? Not my boot. Why attack me and not the ambassador? Did you really think killing me would improve things? Wasn't it the Claviger's responsibility to advocate for the Paradisans?
For better or worse, yes. Though that ended when he went into the wilderness with your ambassador.
You think the ambassador killed him? Maybe. Are you suggesting the ambassador had something to do with the Claviger's death? The result of the infected bear's attack. So you decided to kill me because the Claviger died? I don't know, I feel like the ambassador ain't got it in him. Right? I don't know. I can't help but wonder, like, how closely involved is Ludwig in all this? My guess would be either Ludwig killed the Claviger there, right? And told the ambassador to not speak of Ludwig showing up. Or maybe the ambassador did kill the Claviger under some sort of order from Ludwig, who, mind you, remember, the ambassador has like a big-time crush on Inquisitor Ludwig, right? Are you suggesting the ambassador had something to do with the Claviger's death?
I didn't, though that is where your mind went, isn't it?
Well, you did suggest it.
Not the Claviger's death
Come
that
on.
made me decide to kill you. It was because your face came to me in a dream. A vision I believed was sent from the gods.
Come again? You kill everyone you see in your dreams? And now it's come back to you as a nightmare. You kill everyone you see in your dreams?
This was no ordinary dream. It was not imagination. It was communion. Your face was as clear in my mind as it appears to me now. You were standing under the sign of Aedyr. Your feet became roots and reached deep into the soil, wrapping round Aedyran in the darkness.
Strangled Aedyran. In truth, I have had visions when I touched Aedyran in the Living Lands. And? Say nothing. And?
I took the vision as a call to kill you in the hopes that I might stop Aedyr from conquering this land.
Arcane Scholar. Clearly you've never heard of a self-fulfilling prophecy before. And look where that got you. Do you still truly believe that? I've heard enough. Clearly you've never heard of a self-fulfilling prophecy before.
Perhaps higher education would have given me pause. Stay by hand. Perhaps not. I cannot imagine what the gods want for us, but you are at the center of it. The proof stands before me.
There's definitely something. It's written all over your face.
The only thing standing before us is a bunch of well-armed people. Let's take this slow. No sudden movements.
The gods aren't finished with you yet.
What happens now? I can't believe you killed me for something I haven't even done. Great. Thanks for getting me involved in your bullshit. Yeah, let's say that.
You're not the first to have a divine purpose thrust into your hands, and I fear you won't be the last. I hope you do better things with this knowledge than I did. You have me cornered, but I will not hesitate to defend myself. Cowardice is not our way. My fate is in your hands. Do with it what you will.
Confess to the Steel Garrote. Maybe they'll show mercy. They definitely will not. They definitely will not, right? There's no shot. Take your people and leave before I change my mind. What do you have against Aedyr anyway? Kai Marius, what would you do? Attack. You killed me before. Now allow me to return the favor. What do you have against Aedyr anyway?
The Aedyrans have bought most of the property in Paradise. Pushed out many of the families.
We're fucking pulling a Blackrock.
Yourselves at Fort Northreach to police trade and fishing with no authority. Aedyr now controls the import of all foreign goods, forcing Paradisans to deal with your people to get them.
That may not be the whole story, but it's part of it.
Such dealings are regulated through Aedyran contracts that are both deceptive and manipulative. When Paradisans dare to challenge these contracts, we're punished by the Steel Garrote. Whatever wrong I've committed against you, I will not apologize for striking back at our dear.
Part of me is now starting to wonder, what if Kai and I arriving together wasn't just happenstance? What if he's deliberately, like, working in cahoots with some other force to try and turn me against the Empire? Right? What if he's deliberately doing that? Or at the very least, to get a feel out for me and see if I have any interest in it all turning against the Aedyran Empire in favor of, like, the indigenous population, or as close to indigenous as you could get, I guess, of the living lands, right? The non-colonial force. Okay, Kai Marius, what would you do?
Normally, I'd say if someone tries to kill you once, don't give them a chance to do it again. But I think he's actually come around to something. It's rare to see a real change of heart. Rarer still to have the opportunity to give someone a second chance. Don't squander it.
If you spare him, he'll just kill you again. I doubt you'll get a second chance. Not a huge fan of cold-blooded murder. We survive by removing threats, and this guy is a threat.
If you're guided by the hearts of your companions, then they too serve the gods.
I want to tell him to confess to the Steel Garrote, knowing that there's no way he will because that's a death sentence, right? That feels like the most Aedyran Empire thing of all, is to catch you in some sort of, like, nightmare of litigiousness, you know? Some sort of formality and bureaucracy that ultimately spells your own demise, right? That feels even more sinister than just openly attacking him. Confess to the Steel Garrote. Maybe they'll show mercy.
Your Inquisitor Lodwyn doesn't know the meaning of mercy. But if that is the fate you want for me, then it is the will of the gods that I stand trial for my crimes.
You deserve a fair, lawful trial. No more, no less. Go quietly. I'll recommend a lenient sentence. Inquisitor Ludwig is going to eat you alive. I'm counting on it. Forget it. Just take your people and go. Yeah, let's be vindictive here. Ludwig is going to eat you alive. I'm counting on it.
No less than I expected.
If you give him to the Steel Garrote, you might as well kill him now. They'll torture him before they execute him.
I will settle the last of my affairs and confess to the guards. With any luck, I'll live to see another sunrise.
I do like that the game is acknowledging that, yeah, that would, right? I just got done explaining, like, there's probably a fate worse than just openly attacking and killing him right now, right? And the game was like, yeah, it is. All right, Might 6-4. If you try and escape, I'll hunt you down myself. Glad we could settle this without bloodshed. I didn't expect you to give up without a fight. Good luck with that. If you try and escape, I'll hunt you down myself.
I would expect nothing less. No. I will defer to the gods on this one. In their eyes, my fate is sealed. Farewell, godlike.
A hush, an ill wind, steel justice, shackles like our own. We learn, we twine.
That's sad. The Inquisitor's gonna have fun with him.
You should have just killed him. He's as good as dead anyway.
Yeah, I love that we had that as an option. Right. That felt so much more Aedyran Empire, like so much more by the book. Right. Which is perfect for a character like mine who is like a former scholar before all of this. Right. Okay. Anything in these? I don't think there's anything in any of this. Okay. Got some shroomage, explosive barrel, unsent correspondence. Claviger Amond, your help has not gone unnoticed, and it is appreciated. But there is much more to be done. The Aedyrans will not stop until they have taken control of every last inch of Paradise, if not the entirety of the living lands. We do need more to stand against them. More resources, more arms, more armor. And most importantly, more people. I urge you to meet with me in person. Between my rebels and your militia, there is no doubt in my mind that we can push these Imperials from our home. Think about it. Why? Okay. Good. Anything else over here?
Don't bother going back the way you came. Between the pillars to the right of the stairs. That's your way out. I suppose the gods were on your side, and not ours.
You have actually something more to say?
We're dead, thanks to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you sure are. Okay. Free sword.
I believe this is where our fates diverge.
Got some essence pot right there. Good. Eye of Rimmergond. I guess that works well there because there's the little stream of sewage area. Oh, we've seen this graffiti before. Lockbox filled with canvas gloves. Have I got canvas gloves before? Yeah, I have. Okay. Over and around here. Anything good? Definitely sounds like it. Yep. Got to pick into this. Good thing we got a pick earlier off of one of the bodies. Lovely. I have Rimmergond again. Up and over here. Any reason to jump across this? Now there's an invisible wall, actually. Okay. Anything up this way? I don't think so. How about here? Another invisible wall? Yep. Okay. Well, that simplifies things. Let's head on out of here. Oh, call to arms. Brothers and sisters of Paradise, it is well past time to push these Aedyran dogs out of the living lands, out of our home. It is only through our bravery and might that our children and their children may live freely, instead of being ground down beneath the heel of Aedyr. Fear not death, for it is a kinder fate than subjugation, and only through spilled blood will we remain independent from an empire that cares nothing for us. The only thing I wonder about is how do we guarantee that they turn themselves in or whatever? Right? How do we, like, we're really operating on the honor system here. We don't have, like, some force here, some Aedyran, like, troopers to cuff them or whatever. Okay. There we are.
I don't think I expected they would just turn themselves in.
Good news is the Steel Garrote will probably take care of killing them for us.
But dealing with the assassin should put us on Ludwig's good side, so there's that.
Great. Not sure which side I want to be on. I have some thoughts, Envoy. Let's have another one of our chats back in camp.
Okay. Sure. Well, let's head on back out. Good, good, good. Oh yeah, look, both their icons have little exclamation marks. Okay. Godlike are rare individuals whose souls are touched by the gods at birth. Quirks of their appearance reflect the nature of their patron deity. All stuff we know. Oh, there's some loot here again. Ah, free lockpick. That wasn't there before, was it? I like that there were people in here checking out the body. Huh. Okay. That's fun. Okay. Let's see. We need to go to here. Should we immediately go back to camp? I think so. Yeah, let's immediately go to camp. There we are. Valia. The Valian Republics are a former colony of Old Valia in the Eastern Reach, having since claimed their independence and blossomed into a collection of wealthy city-states. They are ruled by some oh, we'll never know. Okay. Well, I guess we'll start with Marius.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. And now they're in the dungeons, where they can plot their revenge in silence.
Sounds like you don't approve of my decision. They're harmless now. That's all that matters. They will have plenty of time to think about what they've done. Let them come. If they break out of that prison, they deserve another shot. Let them come.
They're Paradis's problem now, which makes them Aedir's problem, I guess. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Anyway.
Oh, are you peacing out? Yeah, I guess what reason would you have to stay? Let's talk about Dawnshore. I'd love to get your thoughts on our companions. I'd like to know more about you. Thoughts on our companions?
Companions? It's just Kai, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry. I've watched pre-release material.
Kai and I worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ask away.
I lied.
Right. Changing the subject. What do you need?
Okay. Goodbye.
If I must.
Let's see. Kai, what's up with you? Oh, I can cook here? Okay. Anything I ought to cook? Probably. I can make pickles. Oh yeah, I've got access to the new higher grade stuff, don't I? Yeah. Beetle pie. Can I make beetle jerky somehow? I can't. Okay. Sure. I do really like the cookies, which afford you 10% move speed. Anything else here? Damage reduction. Let's make some of this. Sauco. This was in the old games. Here we go. And let's see, make some of this. Good. Craft it up. Down to make more cookies. Good. But we try some other stuff now. Savory skewers, why not? Sure. This thing. Okay. These little, like, crudité. Good. Can do some fondue. No, I'll hold off on that, because it needs alcohol. These pickles. Great. Trout pie. Do more stew. Okay. How about over here? Beetle jerky again. Cured rusk snout loin. Wild shroom cap. Let's make some of these. Good. Okay. And let's cook up the sausages here. Okay, make some of the skewers again. And some of these little things, why not? How about this fondue? Why not? Well, no, I keep going back to it, and I really should not. Make some more of the cookies. Okay. More stew, perhaps? Sure. Mariner's porridge. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. How about this parodies and trout pie? Yeah, we can do that. Is there anything that requires exclusively raw ingredients? Or is it all interchangeable between raw and cooked? Yeah, I think there's no reason to ever not cook meats. Okay. There we are. Great. Okay. Do some more of these skewers. How bad is 80% food poisoning, really? You know, how bad could it be? Oh, interesting. Some of the shroomage counts as a meat. That makes sense, right? Aren't shroomages often used as like a vegetarian or vegan substitute? Huh. Okay. Very clever. Okay, I'll do one more thing of pickles, I guess. Lovely. Alright, Kai?
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. Should I also be offended he changed his mind? This isn't a joke, Kai.
Sorry, I don't mean to make light. I doubt Ludwig and the Steel Garrote will give him much to laugh about. It's too bad. They'll quickly undo the progress you were making with him.
It was justice. Would you rather I killed him? He should have considered that before he murdered me. I don't like it, but I couldn't kill him, and I couldn't let him go. Yeah, let's say that it was justice. It was justice. Would you rather I killed him? He'd rather I let him go.
Your people have been trying to bring justice to the frontier since the first Aedyran bureaucrat made landfall. To Ambassador Hilgard's credit, this is about the tamest Paradis has ever been. In days past, your murder would have barely made the town crier's announcements. Now, open bloodshed is relatively rare, in most corners of the city anyway.
That sounds like progress. What's your point? Sounds like progress to me.
To some. Others, like Ygwulf, see the firm hand of authority closing around their necks. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse.
They need to get in line then. If they don't get in line, they'll be put in line. Or put under it. What does the Steel Garrote have to do with anything? From what I've seen, this place could use a little order. What do you know about the rebels? This place could use a little order.
No doubt. The whole of Paradis used to be a lot more like the Sparrowhawks' territory, if you can believe it. More freedom, but more bodies in the streets, too.
Oh, right, the Sparrowhawks, the influential street gang in Paradis. Tough, straightforward, and uncompromising. Yeah, we wiped them out pretty fucking early.
Your ambassador and the rest of the Aedyran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Aedyran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodika herself.
They're paladins of the goddess of oaths and order. Of course they're strict. I've always found them to be too zealous for my liking. Are you suggesting that Aedyr enlisted them to do the dirty work? Or that they're going rogue? Right. Yeah, it's sort of like washing your hands of the blame of all of it, right? They're using them as a tool of like, imperialism. They're paladins of the goddess of oaths and order. Of course they're strict. Which is exactly why I sent that guy to her.
Strict is one thing. Fanatical's another. The Rawatayan Navy's known for harsh punishment. When I served, We watched a gunner hold a red-hot cannonball while she sang our Empire's anthem. All for trading some of our supplies on the side, mind you.
That's extreme. You have to maintain discipline somehow. Let's say that.
You'd make an excellent admiral, Envoy. However, that approach won't win many allies in the Living Lands. As Ludwine, we'll find out. It remains to be seen whether Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwine are rowing in the same direction.
Yeah.
But I fear there's trouble on the horizon, especially if the Stilgaroth's tactics win out.
I'm here to investigate the Dream Scourge, not mediate between Hilgard and the Stilgaroth. It worries me too. I'm here to investigate the Dream Scourge.
Like it or not, their differences could make trouble for you, especially since the Stilgaroth is here under Aedir's flag. And I worry about what that means for the rest of us.
Something's on your mind? Just another obstacle I'll have to overcome.
Except it's more than your head on the chopping block. I promise someone I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts.
Well, I'm glad for the company, if you say so. I serve the Emperor of Aedyr. I hope that won't be a problem. Let's continue to hammer this home.
If you're going to put a stop to what we saw in the Strangle Route, I don't care what power you serve. None of us have a future if the Dream Scourge spreads. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night. Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can.
Alright, good night.
Enjoy the ocean breeze.
Are we actually going to have a dream? Let's see here. Can I scrap some of my shit? See about this. I still don't have a means of, crafting together Aedyra into, like, whatever the next tier of Aedyra is. I don't know if it's luminous or what. I forgot. Okay. Get rid of that. For how much scrapping you do? I'm surprised they don't make it a quicker thing you can do, right? Or at least do in mass, you know? Okay. Still need Hilia's Talon, right? Still need that. I could get that other shield. I'm quite tempted to, actually. Right? Where even is that other one? Party stash? Yeah, there we go. Wind and Wave. It's got move speed on it. Just quite nice. Oh, I'm low on Paradise and Ladder, actually. Yeah, I can't even do it. Okay, fair enough. That said, if I break down this grimoire, we'll get it. Yeah, I should probably break down the grimoire, huh? I'm gonna do it. Okay. Because what does my current one do? 5% chance to avoid melee? 20 max stam? I don't know. Maybe I hold off because there's a decent chance we zone and we find a better item. Right? Hold off on committing the Aedyra? Because what if there is a way to upgrade Aedyra? I don't remember if that was the case in past games. Yep, I will break that down. No problem. There we are. Should I wield this? I'm going to. Just for the sake of the additional move speed. It's nice to go fast. Okay, interact here. And let's exit a previous location. Wow, I don't think we're having a dream. I thought for certain we would. Okay. So where do we need to report to? Yeah, the ambassador. Okay. Over this way. Sure.
Welcome to our shrine, Envoy.
Yeah, isn't there meant to be a talent under fighters for granting you like a slide attack or whatever?
Allowed these interlopers onto our streets. And where did it get him? Slain, murdered. The Clavager deserves better.
So they did quite like the Clavager. Okay. Yeah, a custodian who keeps peace through cunning rather than bureaucracy. Which, I guess there's room for the Clavager to be shitty, too. It just so happened that they lucked out and the Clavager was seemingly receptive to the plight of the Paradisans. Okay, over here. Look at me fucking booking it, huh?
Tell me you brought good news.
Sort of.
Oh, Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Aedyran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
The assassin has agreed to surrender to us.
Thank the gods. Finally, we can show these people the consequences of their actions. Inquisitor Ludwig will see that the guilty are made an example of. It'll be a lesson that no one forgets.
Why do I feel like Ludwig's lessons involve a riding crop and an Iron Maiden?
I wouldn't put it past her. I'm not sure I want to think about that. Now there's an idea. I like the idea that we don't want to think about it, right? Similar to what was alluded to before, we use them as a convenient way of, like, doing almost like our dirty work, right? Like, we wield them as a proxy for the more unsavory parts of colonialism, you know? I'm not sure I want to think about that.
Impressive work, Envoy. Not only have you cheated death, but you humbled your own killer. From this day forth, no one will challenge our presence in the living lands. Our people are here to stay.
Might 6'5". I brought him in alive. Let's talk about my payment. Now I must turn my attention to the Dream Scourge. Many of the locals don't seem to want us here, Ambassador. I brought him in alive. Let's talk about my payment.
Ever the mercenary. I keep a little extra coin set aside for special occasions. You've more than earned it. Now the Emperor wants you to investigate the Dream Scourge, and I have no wish to delay you any further. I'm sending you to Fior Messi Verno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them.
Arcane Scholar. It's been years since I learned the basic principles of animancy. Refresh my memory? Where does Fior Messi Verno fit in with the Dream Scourge? What do you expect me to find there? I'll save my questions for Fior Messi Verno. I'm ready to head out. Let's do the scholar check.
Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, and even corrupt the very soul. The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers, and with good reason. Their work is dangerous, heretical.
How does one do animancy exactly? I'm surprised you'd work with people you think are heretical. Understood. I'm ready to head out. Surprised you'd work with people you think are heretical.
Well, you know what they say about the enemy of my enemy? Animancers may be an unpredictable sort, but they are scholars and keenly aware of their environment. Make no mistake, the Empire's at war with the Dream Scourge, and we need allies on our side.
How does one do animancy exactly?
Animancers tinker on souls using clever inventions and ancient pillars of Ardra, siphoning essence like honey from a hive. They want to change reality as we know it, make us live longer, or cause barren lands to grow. For all I know, they might be onto something. Or, with a single miscalculation, they might destroy us all.
Animancy sounds like a promising field of study. No. Our loyalty to the Aedyran Empire should trump that, right? Our scholarly interests should be quelled. Animancy sounds dangerous. Are you sure about this? Understood. I'm ready to head out. Sounds dangerous. Are you sure about this?
Would that I were certain of anything these days. I won't ask you to put your soul on the line, but I am asking you to make connections, to seek help wherever we can find it. If you have any further questions before I dispatch you to Emerald Stair, now would be the time.
Where does Fiorme's Averno fit in with the Dream Scourge? What do you expect me to find there? I'll save my questions for Fiorme's Averno. I'm ready to head out. Where does this place fit in with the Dream Scourge?
My sources tell me the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, and souls are their trade. If we have anything in common with Animancers, it's a shared interest in curing the Dream Scourge.
What do you think I'll find there?
Answers. Nothing more. We need all the help we can get, even if it means appealing to Animancers. I believe that covers everything. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, Envoy.
Oh, a little cutscene with me in it. Oh, is it Ludwig? It must be. Oh.
Ygwulf. Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No. Strangling light. Keep her away.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Inquisitor Ludwig. So kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Aedyran Envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
Inquisitor Ludwig, your reputation precedes you. Let her finish, Ambassador. I want to see where this goes. Bow solemnly to the Inquisitor. Nice mask. Where can I get one? Inquisitor Ludwig, your reputation precedes you.
As does yours. Let me deal with him, and I will get back to you shortly. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me.
I've experienced the horror of the Dream Scourge firsthand. We must stop it before it spreads. I agree, I'm not concerned with the Dream Scourge. Let the man explain himself, Inquisitor. Remain pointedly silent. Yeah, let's not get into it.
I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The Living Lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Our envoy brought the killer to justice and Paradise to order, which is more than you've done in years.
With the help of a couple other people who shall forever remain unmentioned.
We should be using
Shut the
this
fuck up, Marius.
not squandering it. What say you?
I think the two of you would be stronger together than apart. Maybe these problems don't exist because the Living Lands doesn't want us here. I serve at the pleasure of the Emperor. How do you know so much about what I'm doing? Let's tell the fucking company line, so to speak. I serve at the pleasure of the Emperor.
Well, if that is the end of your commitment, then the living lands might already be doomed.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the Envoy to the Animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves.
Arcane Scholar. I can study the Animancers, observe them in their environment. We have to get help somewhere. The Living Lands needs us. Maybe my influence can help steer them in a better direction. Animancy could help us fight the Dream Scourge. Whisper to the ambassador. Is she always like this? I can study the Animancers, observe them in their environment.
That might do us some good, or it might lead you nowhere. I can't take the chance. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, Envoy, farewell.
I like these little short cutscenes, right? They feel unexpected in a game like this.
She is going to be a problem.
Resolve 9-4. At least she's on our side. You have to admit she might have a point. She doesn't share our concerns about the Dream Scourge. Your problem? Not mine. At least she's on our side.
Sometimes I wonder. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on. At least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Aedyrians don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad, unhinged.
Arcane Scholar. I know the type. We don't get out much. So, standard for the Living Lands, then. I'll try not to make any enemies. Unhinged is just the way I like it. I know the type.
At least you'll have that in common, if nothing else.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair's beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
Okay. Maybe I am ready, actually. We kind of did most everything here, didn't we? Oh, Forged of Star stuff. Otherwise, we have done everything. Find someone in the Living Lands who can craft with star metal. Is there someone here? I don't think so. We do know a smithy. Find a star metal smithy. I guess we can go check in with the smith here? Maybe she'll have something to say?
What happens?
At the very least, lead us to someone else? I don't remember her mentioning anything about, like, specializing or being particularly, like, skilled in this way. Oh, what happened? Did somebody get hung somewhere or whatever? Was there like a public execution? I didn't get to see it. Yeah, I wonder where it was at. Marius definitely saw it. Okay. Hello. Gwyneth.
Good. You made it back.
Oh. Show her the star metal. Can you do anything with this strange metal?
Wait, is that star metal? Abaddon's arse. This stuff is rare.
Wait, can you actually...
I'd love to make something with it, but I'd be afraid of ruining it.
But you can lead me to
someone.
someone.
Anybody else in Paradise who could either. Who knows? Maybe there's a blacksmith in another city who can help.
Hence the 3 skulls. Okay. Where should I start looking? Good idea. I'll keep an eye out for one. Some blacksmith you are. Let's insult her. Some blacksmith you are.
All right. Go ahead. Make something out of a legendary metal you've never worked with before. Typical Aedyrans.
Okay. Can I buy anything here? I can, but should I? Could definitely buy crafting mats. Right? Should I? I don't know. We really need to keep an eye out for anyone selling Paradise and Ladder. Didn't count on that being particularly super valuable, but it is. See what you got. Oh, you actually have some. Well, perfect. I'll take all of it. Okay. Sure. Good talk. Okay. Do we think I ought to upgrade my current one? Well, no, we'll hold off for now. Right? Okay. The animancy method. Single skull. Okay, well, let's head on over here. We've been over this way a little bit before. With all the mention of Widewin, I can't help but wonder, are we being set up as like another... Are we like to be a type of Widewin in this way? Are we an envoy for whoever this might be? Not just like the Aedyran Empire, but envoy has like a double meaning. Hello?
Envoy.
Can I help you? Who are you? Do you need something? I was just leaving. Do we have a problem? Do we have a problem?
Paradise is not finished with you.
Oh, okay. There are more of you? How long will you keep following me? I thought you agreed to turn yourselves in. Let's say that.
Careful. He could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
Ygwulf was one of many. Not all of us surrendered with him. My compatriots have observed
Dissident's
your
warning.
judgment. We have a message for you. We do not give second warnings. Consider this one carefully.
He vanished in a puff of smoke. Envoy, blood spilled is repaid in kind. Keep an eye on the trees as your travels carry you away from Dawnshore and deeper inland. Do not forget this warning. Okay. Hey, look at that. Is it finally coming down? Yeah. Cool. Ow, alright. Hello?
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure?
Business. I'm looking into the Dream Scourge. Pleasure. I want to explore the Living Lands. Can I pass or not? Can I pass or not?
Of course. Don't let me keep you. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me.
How?
She was looking none too pleased. Might have had something to do with that poor fellow who got strung up.
What happened? Ludwine doesn't need an excuse to be displeased. I don't suppose Ludwine told you about where she's going? Thanks for the warning, but I have to go. What happened?
No one told you? The rebels hanged one of your kin. Fellow by the name of Garrick.
Oh, shit.
Suppose they wanted to send a message.
Garrick? I'm sorry to hear it. That isn't fair. He wasn't involved in any of this. I had hoped that arresting Ygwulf would teach the rebels a lesson. Message received. Ooh, I like message received. Message received.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
So Ludwine's somewhere out there doing who knows what. Wonderful.
Hopefully, your handling of Ygwulf brought us some grace with her.
Now, you have to tap E here. Okay. Let's do it. New zone. Oh.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Aedirans moving in.
And Ygwulf's death won't help matters.
I didn't mean for him to die. Dead men can't cause trouble. Dead men can't cause trouble.
Survival dictates you remove a threat as soon as it makes itself known. That's exactly what you did.
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Aedyran soldiers.
They're paladins, devoted to Wotica, zealous but effective. They're often employed to hunt traitors and oathbreakers. They'll help bring order to the frontier. Their order may have started in Aedyr, but don't confuse those fanatics with us. They'll help bring order to the frontier.
They'll have their work cut out for them here. About half the people who come to the Living Lands are fugitives or exiles from something.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the vrikas.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard.
A Lember phrase used in the Living Lands to describe a feeling of unease in an unknown situation. Vrikas.
One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
A little tension is healthy, even between allies. It's hard to believe she's supposed to be working with him. I do not catch your drift. I do not catch your drift.
Sorry, old sailor slang. They're working at cross purposes. And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm?
They brought me back to life. If they meant harm, they could have left me. I don't know that yet. Because they like to have philosophical discussions and talk in poems. Yeah. Because they're weak, right? They only like to talk and have discussions. They love poetry, right? They're clearly weak-willed. Well, not weak enough to bring me back from the dead, but you get the meaning.
So they do mean us harm.
Funny. Keep joking when the Envoy starts sprouting mushrooms and attacking everyone.
Easy, Marius. Whatever this is, I don't think he has the Dream Scourge.
Well, you can't fault me for being thorough.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Arcane Scholar. I've always wanted to observe the work of Animancy up close. Animancy is outlawed in Aedyr for a reason. Meddling with souls is dangerous. No one understands souls like they do. If they know something, we should hear them out. The Living Lands is an odd place for a colony of scholars. It's outlawed for a reason. Meddling with souls is dangerous.
Most fun things are.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of Animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
Arcane Scholar. We're not all useless bookworms, you know. I can't wait to see this. And they've managed to survive in the wilderness. Yeah, let's do the scholar check. We're not all useless bookworms, you know.
Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean?
Charming. What's this about, Fior? Let's be a bit of a snoot here. Charming.
Just wait till you meet the Animancers. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
You don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops.
Hopefully they've been able to learn something of the Dream Scourge. Right, when the Dream Scourge appears, the possible connection is troubling.
Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if there is, we'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway...
We'll go to the cabin. You're just now getting around to this.
Better late than never. Can't give him a reason to go haunting me, right?
So you're planning on straying from the roads, huh? That changes a few things.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking
like
flowers
dryads.
from things that want to kill you.
Yeah, Delimgon are plant-like beings bound to ancient trees. While content to leave most adventurers alone, they have been known to lash out at settlers encroaching on their territory or anyone they perceive to be a threat to nature.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
This is exactly the kind of journey I was hoping for. I didn't expect this assignment to get this complicated. Is Emerald Stair that dangerous? This is going to be easy. This is going to be easy.
I look forward to hearing what you think the word easy means.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Let's get started. Marius, what will you do now? Is Marius coming with us? You assume I'm bringing you along with me, Kai. Marius, what will you do now?
I have, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Come with me, Marius. We could use your expertise. I'm certainly open to taking on a wilderness guide. It seems like we already have the best hunter in the living lands right here. I'm sure there's nothing in Paradise more exciting than the adventure we're about to go on. I'm open to taking on a wilderness guide.
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Dude, I kind of love that Marius is such a fucking loser. I kind of fucking love it that he fucking hates so much shit and is always like endlessly skeptical of fucking everything. I fucking love it. Right? He just sucks ass and it's fucking great. All right. Oh, look. Ah, a fairy. Oh. It's not a loop. It's a spiral. Okay. Huh. Anything else around here? Oh, we can talk to you all. All right. Well, I think we'll call it here in camp for now. When next we return, we will at least chat with Marius, who has something to say. We'll probably talk with Kai too, just in case. And then we'll be on our way to Emerald Stair. Until next time, please take care of each other.